I going to be eliminated by all these robots and cyborgs? And what am I going to do? Is the classroom instruction still in place? Does it have any meaning at all? And apparently in Harvard, people are asking themselves the same question, and they they carried out a questionnaire and questioned their students about this situation in the world. What would they prioritize? E-instruction, distance learning, or classroom instruction, and in general, what is more important for them? And amazingly, socializing is so important for young people that they still put the instruction in the classroom as number one, which was very funny because sleep, which I thought was always number one for students, actually went second. Interesting, because they do need to socialize with peers, with teachers. They need to hear encouragement. They need to hear, oh, you didn't do your homework, bad boy. Because that is also encouragement. You don't get it on the computer. I also did my own survey among my students because, Harvard is good, but, I also have good students and they have really good ideas. And I created a very short questionnaire and distributed among my students. And 87% is overwhelming. They say that they prefer classroom instruction. They really get bored being on computer one-on-one all the time. Of course, they don't say that we don't like computers. Who doesn't? But they do want to be in the classroom. Why? This is what they said. It's more serious. You know that our students who come from overseas, they want to be serious in the classroom. They come here to study. And it's number one for them. It's more serious. It's more focused. It's fun to be with other students, and also there these aha moments when I learned something, and we all celebrate this new stage in my life. Well, maybe I'm not bragging here, it's just a fact. Maybe because it's so important for students to be in the classroom. The number of students at my department where I work at Washington State University, it is called Intensive American Language Center, has been growing exponentially. And of course, economy helps. The economy, when it's not very good in the countries where our students come from, our numbers are probably not going to grow. But in general, the tendency is people want to be free and because they want to get a better education. And our numbers have doubled in the past 3-4 years. From a little less than 100, now we have 200 plus. And so we're overwhelmed. Actually, we're hiring. So this also brings me to the place that the teacher is important. There is a role that we play. And Carl Menninger, the author of The Human Mind, I think said a very important thing. What the teacher is more important than what he, and I would add she, teaches. It's really important who we are as teachers. What the teacher is more important than in which venue she or he teaches. That's what I would like to paraphrase. It's probably not even important whether we are online or in the classroom, but who we are is very important. So who are we and what is our role as teachers? And this is our first crown. I would like actually to talk not about things that are very first coming to mind when you think about it. It's a person who is compassionate and who knows a lot and things like this. I would like to speak about two other aspects that I think are very important. A decision maker, a teacher as a decision maker, and a teacher as a mentor. Well, before we actually come up with an idea of what does it mean to be a decision maker, why don't we do a test? You guys have your notebooks? If you don't have notebooks, if you don't have paper, and you don't have pens, it's okay. You just can't do it orally. So my first question for you is, what do you think? How many decisions an ESL teacher makes every day? And please make a choice.
C. B.
I hear C and B.
Yeah.
I hear A. And the answer is C. This is what studies show. Between 800 and 1500. You just don't even notice how busy you are every day and how many decisions you have to make because it's your life. This is what you're used to. But can you imagine how busy you are? The second question. Decision making is one of the hardest parts of teaching because, what do you think? You are absolutely right. An A right now. You got an A. Very quickly. We have so much to do. Remember the curriculum? The objectives, learning outcomes, and remember the amount of time we get to put all of this in the foreheads of people seeking freedom and education? Very quickly. But how do you do this? Rank the following characteristics in the order of importance for effective classroom decision making. Quick decision making will help you to be effective. What will be number one?
Communication.
I hear communication skills is number one. Any other ideas? Organizational leadership is number one. And do you know that you're dead wrong? Actually, if you know what you're about, if you know your subject, if you really know how to explain the damn gerunds, excuse my French. If you really know, I'm sorry, but